My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Ultimate Editions The Rock. And so here we have the Ultimate Editions Rock pose and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories really fast. The Rock does come with 3 different facial expressions. We do get the determined look, which he has on him right now. We get a smiling expression. Then we get a neutral stern expression. He also comes with 4 pairs of hands. We get a pair of fists. We get a pair of grip hands. We get a pair of flat palmed hands. We get a pair of Just Bring It hands. We also get a Soft Goods Team Just Bring It soldier shirt, which I never recall him wearing, but apparently he did wear it. We do get a microphone, which does fit in either of his grip hands. Then we get the WWE Heavyweight title, which looks really nice, and I love the Rock side plates. Those look really fantastic. Other than that, the Rock doesn't come with anything else. I think a 4th head would have been really nice, especially if he was doing a yelling expression. That would have been so much nicer with this figure. But anyway, with that out of the way, guys, let's actually take a closer look at The Rock. And so here we have a closer look at The Rock. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of any of these head sculpts. I mean, they all have their merits and they all look like The Rock from certain angles. I mean, from the side, this looks like The Rock. The smiling expression looks like The Rock head on, but other than that, it doesn't really. And then we get this stern expression, which really doesn't look like The Rock. It kind of looks like the actor for Imhotep from The Mummy. So yeah, it's not the best faces that we've gotten out of The Rock, and we've seen some better ones, and this figure just doesn't have those heads. So yeah, the heads are a little bit lackluster, and I think out of the 3, this is the best one. And I get what they were going for. This is supposed to be like the stern, determined face when he's setting up moves, and it does work when you have him posed, but in a neutral position, it really doesn't work. So yeah, not a fan of these head sculpts, but they work for The Rock, I guess. Moving on to his torso, where we have the new Ultimate Edition's body with the butterfly joints, as you can see, and these butterfly joints are very efficient. You can see he does have his Samoan tattoo right here. Now, one thing to note is that they did continue the tattoo on the inside of his arm, so yeah, it kind of looks weird seeing that piece in 2 spots, but if you line it up just right, you're never going to notice it, and it looks really nice, to be quite fair. Mattel has done a great job with all the tattoos on The Rock, so it's only natural that there would be some spots that would look a little strange, especially with the butterfly joint. It's one of those things that you can't really account for, but overall, really do like it. I really do like the fact that we still have the old Brahma Bull tattoo and not the new one. We do have one figure with the new tattoo, at least in the Elite collection, and it looks good, but I'm still a fan of the Brahma Bull. So yeah, I really do like the detailing on The Rock. And of course we do have the elbow pads, which he takes off and throws into the crowd for the people's elbow. Those look really nice. I do like those. And then really loving the torso. Now this is the same torso that we saw with John Cena, although it does work for this version of The Rock, because let's face it, The Rock is a mountain at this point, and this did a really good job of capturing the look of his torso. I kind of wish that he had this gloss all over his body, because it kind of does look weird seeing how his torso is this really high gloss while his other extremities are not, and I understand why they did that. This is a harder plastic rather than the softer one used for his arms and legs, so I understand why that is the way it is. I just kind of wish that they did a gloss throughout the whole figure. His trunk's very simple. It just says The Rock in silver right here in the front, and then turning it around, we of course do get the Brahma Bull. Really like that paint design. It looks really nice. Then we go on to his basic knee pads, which look good. I do like the way they came out. They're the same knee pads that we've seen, the short ones that really do help with articulation. Then we get the Rock specialty boots, which I really do like the Rock's boots. They look really nice, and they do move if you need them to. So if you see them slouching like that, you can just raise them back up, so it's not a huge deal. And then we go on to his feet, which I feel his feet are a little bit too small. Like, you compare the rest of the figure's body, his feet just kind of seems small, and that's really, really odd that we have this really massive body on The Rock and he has these tiny little feet. Feet aside, it's still a very solid figure. I do like what Mattel did with this figure, and it really shows that they are improving the Ultimate Editions line, which I really do like that. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get a comparison between The Rock and other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have The Rock posed next to an Ultimate Editions Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. And so here we have The Rock posed next to the Ultimate Editions Amazon exclusive Rock. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually have a look at The Rock's articulation. He does have a ball joint in the head. He can look up. Can't really look down. I mean, that's him looking normal, and then that's him looking down. We do get some really nice head tilt, so that is really good. He does turn left and right, no problem. So really good movement in the head. We do have this really nice butterfly joint, which functions really nicely. You can see you can bring his arm across his body, which is really good for punching poses. Can arch it back, which looks really good. Then we do have a swivel which does go all the way around, a hinge in the arm that does go out to the side, and just like with John Cena, if you want to take the arm off, you can. I don't know why you would want to do this, but you can pop The Rock's arms off. Just be aware that it's not something that I would do, because there's really no reason to do it, because he doesn't come with any accessories like interchangeable arms, but they did include it. He does have a swivel here at the bicep, double bend at the elbow, a little bit hindered because of the elbow pad. If you were to take the elbow pad off, he'd get better than 90, but as it is, he only gets 90 degrees with that elbow pad. We get a swivel hinge at the wrist for every hand he has. We do have a ball joint in the torso, which does lean back and forward, side to side really nicely, and very little rotation. Most of your rotation does come from the waist. His legs do kick forward to about right there, go back and out. We get a thigh swivel, which works fine. Double bend at the knee works no problem, a little bit hindered by the knee pad. We do get a boot rotation, which works fine. A hinge in the ankle going back and forward. Rocker ankle on The Rock, and then we do get a toe hinge. So overall, The Rock has some pretty good articulation, and I really do like the way he came out. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Ultimate Editions Rock posed for my final thoughts, and overall I really do like the way this Rock came out, despite the fact that he doesn't have all the heads I would like, and all the heads are kind of iffy in my honest opinion. None of them really do capture the look of the Rock. They do have their merits, but unfortunately I honestly don't see the Rock in too many of these faces, which is a really downside to this really awesome figure. This is such a great Rock figure, and it does amaze me that Mattel wasn't really able to capitalize on the best Rock head that we've gotten. They couldn't even make a really decent one for this figure, which is a really bad thing. But like I said, overall it doesn't take away from how great this figure is, and if you're really good at customizing, you can take one of the other Rock heads that we've gotten and customize it to have no hair, just like this figure it has. And like I said, it is a really solid figure. I love the accessories he comes with. The amount of hands that the Rock figures come with are ridiculous, but I do love it. I just love the Just Bring It hands, and I really wish that other figures would come with it, mainly because it does help with posing, and it could be used for other things than just the Rock's Just Bring It taunt. I really do like the fact that we get the final scratch title, as you see right here, with custom Rock side plates. It does really make this figure stand out from all the other figures that we've gotten with this belt. Overall, I really do recommend this Rock if you're a fan of the Rock, or just want a really awesome figure in your collection. Now, if you are looking for this particular version of the Rock, I did pick him up on Ringside Collectibles, where he did run me about $35, which is pretty steep, seeing as how the Ultimate Editions figures normally go for about $30. He did run me $35, which is a little bit unfortunate, but having him in hand, I think he justifies the price, especially with the soft goods and the retooled WWE title. This is a must-have figure for any collector of the Rock. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other Ultimate Edition videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you'd like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.